What is up, you guys? Anchor Cole here, back at another YouTube video for Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And today we're going to be playing as my male Earthling Piero. I know you guys, well, one of you guys commented down below that you wanted to see me use time skip moves, and I was planning on doing that, but I may have to do that on a later date or just later on in the future because those moves are kind of hard to use. They're good and all, if you get the timings down right. Time skip backbreaker is amazing. Flash strike is really good for not kind of making your opponent want to snap advantage out of your combos. Jump spike is really tricky if someone's flying towards you. Just use jump strike. They're really good moves. It's just that I haven't used them as much in a while. You can't really do anything with them, like make combos and do a lot of damage. You can punish your opponent and stuff, but once your opponent gets used to it, it's kind of difficult to use them because they'll start not playing as predictive or just straight out dodging them. And if your opponent's any good, you'll just have a hard time connecting them with. So I may have to do that for a later day whenever I'm having a better day, because today I had a pretty bad day on Xenoverse. I got, beat a lot. And yeah, today I'm playing as Piero. Now the theme for this build is basically, I told you guys Piero is kind of like a evil Supreme Kai, or a Supreme Kai gone evil. Well, he has light color Ki Blast, basically, like Dai Missile Barrage, that attack is blue. Or he has dark color Ki Blast like Heavenly Arrow or Super Black Kamehameha. And whenever he combines those two, he gets green color Ki Blast. So he gets Gravity Impact, Trap Shooter, and Grand Smasher. Now I was gonna give another blue color move, but I couldn't. I was gonna have on Perfect Kamehameha, but I wanted to use Grand Smasher because I don't really use that move that much, and it's actually really good, especially if you use it right after you use Gravity Impact. Now this was the first ranked match of the video. We're going against a female Saiyan, and this person is using Godbreaker. Not saying Godbreaker is broken or anything. It's just a really strong counter move, especially if you're a Ki Blast build and you use before Creation from Ruin. It does just a ton of damage. The only downside to it is where if you miss it, it's not really. It's gonna leave you wide open, especially. I think it leaves you open long enough for a stamina break. So you just have to be careful about that. And I was playing kind of not stupid, but aggressive. So I wasn't really able to connect. Well, not connect, but dodge his Godbreaker, and he caught me with it a lot, and it does a ton of damage. Right there, he just tried to go for a shocking death ball, but an online shocking death ball doesn't really work that well. You can land the ultimate in online. It's just that what he tried to do is, as I'm flying towards him, use shocking death ball, and I get hit. It makes a whole bunch of hit marker sounds, kind of like Big Bang Attack, and it would hit me and do really good damage. It's just in online, people fall out of it a lot, and that's just what happened right there. But there's Grand Smasher. Just look at that damage. That move is really good. And I was just like, oh crap, right here, because I tried to use Dai Missile Barrage to finish him off, and I realized he was too far away, and I aura dashed at him, and this man used a Godbreaker right there, and just no health. Right there, I got a pretty nice perfect block on his missing flare. We both have really low health, and I was able to catch him with a couple of back hits and finish him off. Luckily, because I would have been pretty salty if I lost. Not saying that he cheated or anything. I just been salty because it was just such a close game, But yeah, here's the next match of the video. Still doing the same type of theme moveset. That's I can admit it is nerdy, but I think it's kind of cool. Going against this guy, he's a Frieza race. Now, at first I thought he actually was Frieza because he does have on Frieza's body, except for his head and his feet. Those are regular. Those his regular, creative characters race. You guys know what I mean. This guy played a little weird. He wouldn't snap vanish out of combos when I thought he was, so it's kind of hard to predict a back hit and stuff. And sometimes I'd just stop attacking him because I thought he would out there behind me, but he wouldn't. Right there, got a pretty nice perfect block. And he does catch me with a stamina break right there because I did not see that stamina break coming. That stamina break doesn't usually work with freeze races. I just didn't see it coming, so it didn't really work. And no offense to him, but I don't really know why he's gonna use what's the name? Emperor Death Beam with that sort of a key bar. I can understand if he was in golden form with before Creation Ruins, because then it'll do a pretty good amount of damage. But with only a 5 key bar, you're not really gonna get the biggest benefit with Emperor's Death Beam. At least that's what I think. Maybe I know it doesn't take all your key. It takes up a certain amount of key. So maybe that's why he doesn't have that much key. But I think it would be better if he did have more. But yeah, this guy just turned golden, so he's gonna have a stronger Ki Blast attack. And he did just use Evil Blast on me, but luckily I had enough to use my evasive. I'm glad you're able to use your evasive out of that because it would be a little cheesy if you couldn't, and you'd be forced to take all that damage. I think he probably would have killed me because he's in golden form. If that I wasn't able to use an evasive, but I do end up finishing this guy off with Grand Smasher, and it does kind of slow down, go a little bit slow motion because I did take a screenshot because man, that move looks sick. Alright, here's the next match of the video. We're playing on the map Wasteland. We're going against a male Saiyan. This fight was a little weird too. He's not really using like the most sweaty moveset, so you can kind of tell by somebody's moveset if they're gonna be like a sweaty player or just a regular player. And he kind of had that regular moveset going on. So right here, I really wanted the perfect block. I don't know why. Whenever I miss the perfect block, I have like that tension to try again. And if I don't land it that time, try again, keep trying until eventually I have like no stamina, end up getting stamina broken and beaten. It's kind of like I just have to get that perfect block, because just because it looks nice. I don't know, it's weird. Right there, I catch him with a trap shooter and and a heavenly arrow, because those moves are just heavenly arrow is really good because if you push for an analog stick, you kind of do like a little ore slide, and then they'll get knocked away and follow up with a heavenly arrow. Trap shooter is really good because it just has really good tracking. It's really aggressive, really fast. It's kind of like sudden storm on like. It's really good. It's like sudden storm but sped up. It doesn't leave you as open. This guy doesn't have really that much health left, so I think I do end up finishing this dude off with Grand Smasher. I don't know why. I was supposed to finish more people off with Super Black Kamehameha to try to switch things up, but I kept on going for Grand Smasher just because the move looks really good. And I don't really use Grand Smasher as much as I use Black Kamehameha. But, yep, right here I go for Gravity Impact and then Grand Smasher. And, yeah, that's that game. So, yeah, GG and GG to the the other two fights. It's just, I don't know, I just using Grand Smasher a lot. This video, like I said, doesn't really have that much of a theme going on. It's just that I'm just kind of like character lore or like background for it. It's not really anything special. It's just rank matches, basically. I'm just trying to spice things up. We'll try to. It's not really spicy, if you know what I mean. Yeah, we're going to get a male Saiyan again. Another one of those games where if I miss a back hit, I'm just keep going for a back hit over and over again. I think this was a pretty close game. Never mind, this game wasn't really that close. I do remember this. Basically, you kind of see like whenever I like start trying a little bit more. So right now I'm not really trying that much. I'm just kind of catching him with combos, perfect blocking, or trying to perfect block whenever I can. But right here he breaks his own stamina. And I'm like, alright, well, he just broke his own stamina. And we clashed a couple of times, which is a little bit annoying. And I'm just like, well, since his stamina is broken, I'm just go for a Super Black Kamehameha. And that does pretty good damage. And he's on like his last health bar. Doesn't really have that much health left. And I have no stamina. He has a full stamina reset. Well, right here I try a little bit harder. And see, I'm like able to get his stamina down a lot faster. I'm doing a couple XYs to cancel my combos out. Snap Vanish a little bit more aggressively. And yeah, we got stamina all the way back down again. Get the stamina break, Gravity Impact, and Grand Smasher to finish him off. And yeah, that's another really nice screenshot. Just that move looks so clean. I like how it has like the dark lightning, the dark green lightning. It looks really cool. And makes for a really nice thumbnail. But I think this was the last match of the video. This guy was playing as Ultimate Gohan, and you gotta like stay on guard with Ultimate Gohan because he's a really good roster character. But you can kind of tell this guy wasn't really the best player. Not saying that I'm one to judge him. He could be decent, maybe. You guys know what I mean. You can kind of tell he's not really the best. He's using evasives at the wrong times where he shouldn't, kind of wasting stamina. You can like blinks out of combos pretty predictably. Yeah, you can just kind of tell he's kind of a new player, but yeah, I go for a Dada Missile Barrage, and I don't know why that move just looks so sick. The sounds it makes and the animation for it is just so clean. Like in expert missions, you'll just see me spamming that move over and over again because it just looks so cool. Like why wouldn't I spam it? I just wish it did a bit more damage and had like a little bit better tracking, and it'd probably be one of my favorite moves. Now I get my stamina broken by this guy, and he goes for a regular stamina break and then a heavy stamina break. I don't really know why people do that. He tried to go for another stamina break, and he ended up breaking his own stamina right there. And I go for a Super Black Kamehameha after I use Gravity Impact, and he's just about dead. He has no health. I'm trying to think of a way to finish him off. I was trying to go for a Heavenly Arrow, try to surprise him with that, but I accidentally grab him, and it ends up finishing the game. And yeah, that was the last match. If you enjoyed this video, which is kind of random, I had no like anything special going on about it. It was just a regular rank match video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe for more and comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought about like my Piero's different colored Ki Blast skills and stuff like that. But yeah, I will see you guys on the next Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 video. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Peace.